It's going to be a long meeting. Uh, I got my brace, but the mayor doesn't have her brace on. I don't know what she's got on her head, but I'll figure it out later while it's good. But it looks good though. What she has on her head, so. And I got a little shirt on. Yep. Yeah. So, so basically, I sent an email to the mayor and I told her, hey, if y'all are going to work on sending this stuff that interferes with people's ability to speak, then, I'll stop. I'll hold off on my action. She said, there was no response. And the last response she gave
Our guy 936. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the Desert Goat channel, guys. Things are gonna get crazy. If you want to see why it's gonna get crazy, that is Texas Sheepdog.
Listen to your citizens speak for 30 or 40 minutes, or listen to my people speak for hours and hours and hours. And for every rule that they come up, we're going to add another hour to the meeting. So they, just like Leon Valley, they think that they can come up with a bunch of rules, and that'll limit the speech. They're going to find out what Leon Valley did. You can come up with 1,000 rules. We'll come up with 10,000 ways to speak. So hopefully we don't have to bring 1,000 people per person. So the meeting's about to start. Everybody be quiet. No talking in the chat. No talking in the chat. If you talk in the chat, the mayor might tell me to kick you out of the chat. Morning. That's the mayor's new view, and I don't like it. I don't really like it. I prefer pros, but that's me. Sorry, guys. I have to do a little adjustment. Oh, that's a new seat again? Who is it? I think I'm going to say so. That's my personal opinion. I could be wrong. But bridge jacked up. All right, sorry, folks. That'll be enough of that tweet stuff. I just had to. All right, just getting everything done here. Great. Plug your USB in here if you want. All right. So, oh, you got a battery pack. So I'm going to set this on top of here.
the audio for the podium. And then whenever people are talking on Zoom,
We call the meeting to order November 9th at 7:05 p.m. Please rise for the invocation and pledge of allegiance. Tonight we have Pastor Sylvia Alvarado Ramos. She is with Woman at the Well Ministries, established in 2015. Her ministry focuses on helping women and spiritual life coaching.
Good evening, can we please bow our heads? Heavenly Father, we thank you for gathering all of us today in this important endeavor. We ask that you bestow your guidance and blessings upon each attendant. May we honor one another by keeping an open mind. May we voice our truth and listen with an open heart. Bless everyone present today and that each may be able to share his or her contributions and gifts. Grant good health and safety to our first responders, the citizens of Kirby, and our loved ones. Bestow peace and good to all of us. We ask for your wisdom and grace to use our talents for the betterment of others. May the various activities related to this day be a success through your intervention. With gratitude, we offer this prayer in the name of Jesus. Amen.
Amen.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mission statement: the city of Kirby is dedicated to delivering excellent municipal services to our community in a fiscally responsible manner. Please call roll.
Mayor Pro Tem Papadopoulos. Here. Councilmember Garza.
here.
Councilmember Hicks.
Here.
Councilmember Lozano.
Here.
Councilmember Martin.
Here.
Councilmember Molina.
Here.
Mayor Gregor.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Thank you. Moving on to citizen participation. Okay, first we have Ms. Susan Street. And before speaking, please provide your address, please. Your home address.
Good evening, council. My name is Susan Street, and I live at 5222 Full Mist. I'd like to ask for your attention while I'm speaking. With regard to amending the citizens' participation ordinance, why is it so hard for this council majority to be reasonable and listen to your constituents? That being said, I'd like to ask why no one considered using the citizen participation section from a sister city in the Northeast Partnership. Why didn't the Converse, Shirts, or Live Oaks process have a hearing for this? You really had to go so far afield as to dig up Alpine, Texas? This example certainly shows a heavy-handed council in their attempt to limit residents' ability to participate in their local government. I'm wondering if this ordinance has been challenged on its limiting freedom of speech. Being boisterous while speaking should not be grounds for loss of privilege. I'm also wondering what nonverbal reactions you might object to. Would shaking your head in disagreement be grounds for expulsion? Insulting the honesty or integrity of the council means what exactly? The people are allowed to question our elected officials and their actions. Are you really considering banning the use of cell phones and computers in the audience? Does that include you all too? Are you planning to disallow Zoom or emailed comments during citizens' participation? Are you planning to limit speakers to residents only? What if they own a business here or their parents live here and they have concerns? These rules seem a bit overzealous and extreme. Some of these restrictions are so outdated that the meetings would never attract the younger generation or encourage their already apathetic outlook on government. May I suggest that council leave the 5-minute rule as it is, but add an additional 2 or 3 minutes to speak on specific agenda items. I doubt that it will be needed very often, but it would be reasonable as required by the Open Meetings Act. And let me just tell the city secretary that you do not have to read my email. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we have Corey Reese.
You can start my time at this point. I am going to play a translation that was sent to me by a concerned citizen. Now, quite frankly, I believe that citizen told me that citizen may be in this audience. I don't mind that. Unlike some public speakers, people in presence here included, I understand that what I do may not be liked by everybody. And the person who wrote this masterful 13-page letter to me in Latin enjoyed my suffering as I translated it. Guarantee you they did. Going to request, as per law, additional time to translate this. I'm not asking for the 5 minutes that I'm entitled to. It'll be about 2 minutes of time that I'll read the Latin. Actually, I'm going to play it because I would never be able to pronounce that. And then I'll go through with that. So before I continue, Ms. Secretary, will I be given that additional time for the translation? So you're refusing to allow me time for translation. Okay, thank you.
Major, regina, versi mavis imperator, anche pistolam protevisi ad inepta milam lectionem. Dubium non avebit difficultatem vertendi. Magna cum tristizia non possum videre facem tuam sicut hic status verba mea legit. In regione originis, magnum tyrannum avebamus, valde dolendum populo eum de potestate anno 1945 rimovit. Si egregi cives cirvaiba vos e potestate suffragium fera, semper gratissimo merit annotios tuas fascist foris representandas. Nos civis incarceratio, mortarum et vexationum periculum, il nostro negocio ad perspicuitatem et integritatem il nostro imperio promoventam. Tu electum nostrum interesse putaris, sed vocem nostra auxiliere cogitas, et representativae regiminis formam ludibrio facere. In circo ingrediendum ad normam decoris normam agere portet, de legisti illudere cive et nos tibi vicissim illudere illegimus. Temporor potest nominare sicut posset genitalia eius irreverenter scalpere dum doctor stricta ridet apud maiorem meum illudentem.
Now that was 1 minute and 40 seconds of Latin. If you won't allow me additional time to translate, he continues on, but I don't have the time to translate the important parts there. First part is, Mayor, he specifically addressed you chewing gum. Now, he may have said you chew cud like a cow, but he's referring to you chewing gum up there, which is against decorum. It's against Robert's rules. Please remove your gum in these public forums, okay? He also mentioned your disrespect to Dr. Street in the last meeting, okay? She asked you to look at her while she spoke, and you immediately looked down, chewed your gum. Then he referenced something that I noticed, and I know he must have seen it off of my video, because he said that he's not going to be able to watch your face as I speak because he knows where the cameras are. That's why I suspect he's back here somewhere, or he anticipates seeing my video. Either way, he basically said, Mayor, you're going to throw this idiot out if you understand Latin, but he has points. He mentions that you're a dictator, a fascist, compared you to Mussolini and some other things. I could go on into detail with what he said, but it's not needed. The general gist of what he said was clear. You choose to continually do the same things over and over. Now, the last time I was here, you violated my rights to speak. You cut me off before my time was up, and you threw me out. I don't anticipate not being thrown out again. I asked you for reasonable time under law for a translator as required, but you don't want to do that. I understand that. I'm going to say, hey, not a problem. The point is that your citizens have a right to speak about certain things. I've got several citizens who contacted me because they're intimidated to come up here and speak because of the way that you treat them. One of them had lots of praise for one of your animal control officers. Where do I find these people? On your community website. One that you espoused, the one that you said, when you ran for mayor, said that you were going to make sure the citizen had the right to speak, but you obviously lied. I could read that quote too, but you know what you said. Now you do the exact opposite of that. How much time do I have left?
A minute.
Okay, with that last minute, what I'm going to do, instead of quoting that individual specifically, because again, his message is clear. Anyone who wants, I'll post that later if they want to hear exactly what he said. But at this point, what I'm going to do is read the words of your mayor and your councilman. I'm going to start with, if elected, my goals are to foster a relationship with our residents. Through effective communication, bring transparency to our city, and work cohesively. As a council member, we work for the people, and that we should be open and receptive to our residents' concerns and needs. If elected, I'll work hard to ensure that these objectives are met. Those are your words, Ms. Hicks. Those are your words. Vote accordingly.
Thank you. Next, we have Roger Romans.
Madam Mayor, if I may speak on the agenda item when it's up.
Next, we have Jack Miller.
Oh, that's yours. I'm sorry.
Jack Miller. Hello, hello. Now we're.
No, that way.
I'll sit.
Thank you. No problem. Where's the time at? Is that the one that's highlighted? Just so I can follow with my own notes. Is that the one that's highlighted?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Jack Miller, 4839 Duke Gordon. For those of you that are in attendance and do not know who I am, I'm a resident of Kirby for the past 13 years. I'm a civil rights activist of about 90,000 people. No, I think we're 140,000 people that follow me and watch me deal with bad police officers. I go after them, I hunt them, I provoke them into taking their bad actions and putting it on my camera. And then I utilize my attorneys and the legal process to deal with it. After I go to their police department, their chief, and try to get it corrected, and then that fails. That's who I am, that's what I do. I also go to where the Constitution is on fire, meaning that, for example, our leader in this community, our mayor, decided several weeks ago to enact rules that, in my opinion, interfere with the ability. They don't censor specific speech, although there was a vote last meeting debating on whether to use the word damn. So that seems to be rearing its head, censorship of specific speech. That was at the behest of the mayor, and she was voted against using the word damn. I was appalled that that was even considered, and surprised, because I voted for our mayor. I pushed her for her to people. I never in my life dreamed that there would be a consideration of banning the word damn, the censorship of that word. But it happened. And then, so this new rule that was sprung a few meetings ago, in my opinion, interferes with a citizen of Kirby. A citizen of Kirby. And we have them come every meeting. And they want to talk about certain things that are important to them. Not always important to everybody, but it's important to them enough to where they come up here to talk. And we're not talking about me. I'm going to be up here. If there's a nuclear bomb, I'm going to show up to the meeting. But these elderly ladies come up here late at night to talk about what's important to them. And now, because of this rule, which brings me here and brings my activism here, activism that you felt on the last meeting, extended by an hour and 30 minutes or 40 minutes. And this meeting, I don't know what the tally's going to be. Probably 5 or 6 hours. And it goes on from there. But anyway, that rule is what brings me here. Anytime, part of what I do, anytime an official engages in conduct that limits a person's ability to speak, i.e., lady gets up here, talks for 5 minutes during citizens be heard about the park, and then there's something important about a construction project in front of her house, she is going to be told, no, you can't talk because you used your whole 5 minutes already. There's citizens that don't even know this, that are going to come up here and do it, and then they're going to be told no. That activates me. Now, I warned everybody up on that dais, so the citizens can know. I warned everybody here. I'm not doing this for views. If I was, I wouldn't warn you. But I warned you. Specifically, I warned the mayor. You know what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring person after person after person in here. And we're going to exercise our rights under your rules. And we're going to waste your time. We are going to filibuster your behavior. And the mayor said, without skipping a beat, didn't even take a breath, bring them on. So if anybody here is mad at me because this is going to be a 4 or 5 hour meeting, don't be mad at me. I was told by our leader to bring it on. And that's what I do. I'm the wrong person to tell to bring it on because I will. And I will continue. I did send an email to all of you, and all I asked was that you guys, the mayor, because she's the leader, but anybody could have said, Jack, we're working on this. Give us some time. And I said I would stop. I would step back and let you guys work to fix it. Zero response from anyone. No response from Garza, my friend. No response from Councilman Martin or Hitt or Apodaca or Mayor Breyer or Ms. Lozano or Mr. Molina. Shame on you. You all sat up here and said, we have a phone number, we have an email. That's how you can communicate with us. Well, I did. And not one response. Shame on you for that. Stop this behavior. I'm not going to stop. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we have Patrick White.
Please. Please.
All right, I'm gonna try to keep it without curses. Try. I'll get less of curses. So, Patrick White, 4839 mission statement for Kirby to provide something blah, 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 in a fiscally responsible manner, correct? But yet we want to spend $10,000 on Christmas decorations for quality of life. I don't know, what about the people that celebrate Hanukkah? What about their quality of life? What about people that celebrate Kwanzaa? What about their quality of life. And I have to give credit where credit is due on that subject. Ms. Hicks did not say a word and did not roll with the Mayron. I give her credit for that. It was Mr. Molina that said, oh, I agree, $10,000 for some lights for Christmas. Yes, let's do it. I'm all for it. Quality of life. Let's talk about some quality of life. Let's talk about maybe revamping some of these parks. I'm sure we can get some stuff for less than $10,000. And again, that bottomless pit that we got, the blank check that we got, that we can constantly just keep pulling money out of thin air. Maybe it's a tree in the back that grows money. I don't know. That was sad. Quality of lights, Christmas lights. Oh, so what if I can find them for a little bit cheaper? Man, come on. Seriously? Is Christmas lights that important to you? Put them up in your own damn yard. Serious. Physically responsible. We got 2 attorneys here. Did we get a buy one, get one free? Or is this 200 plus a minimum of 100 per hour for the past few meetings? Fiscally responsible. Fiscally responsible. Let's take the stuff, and before we get up here and sit our tails up here and try to talk about it, let's research it first and have our ducks together. That way we don't have to say, oh, well, we need to talk to the attorney to see if it's okay to plug that light in over there. Come on, man. Fiscally responsible. My 5-year-old son knows fiscally responsible better than some of y'all up there. It's sad. Speaking of my 5-year-old son, Ms. Hitt, Ms. Ryder, and Mr. Molina, y'all saw my 3 youngest ones at the Halloween thing, which was great. Ms. Kathy Gomez, Crime Control, y'all did a great job on it. That was beautiful for the community. That was fiscally responsible because it benefited a vast majority. Not our own, oh, well, I found these Christmas lights that are 10-foot lighted Christmas trees, and they'll look great. Nobody's gonna come through here to drive through and look at 3 Christmas trees, and then, oh, well, let's go spend some money in Kirby. Okay, where do you wanna go? I don't know, I need gas, we'll go to Quick Trip. Really? Yeah, we're making big money off that. Food trucks, that's making money, because they gotta get a permit. They gotta make sure they're up to the code. That's making money. Not, oh, let's buy some Christmas lights. And decorate the gazebo. Make it a community event. I guarantee you these beautiful people of Kirby will donate lights, decorations to make that gazebo look like it used to every Christmas back when we were a community, back when we were finding rocks and getting a free breakfast taco, back when we were building together. But now our mayor at last meeting wants to make a stereotypical comment and condone all y'all are okay with this, insinuating that all y'all are somehow in the community is racist because someone said, tighten up your brakes. So we want to, like, all else fails, let's play the race card. Come on, man, that's not right. That's not right. We're not doing what we're supposed to do. We're not being responsible in any form or fashion. I'd like to save the rest of my time for later in the meeting. Thank you. Excuse me.
Thank you. Next we have Will McLeod.
Take the mic up to the Zoom. I think that's Zoom. Maybe.
Oh, is that like, that's part of the
Oh, sign up
This
sheet.
is, this one part email too. Okay.
Maybe the sign up sheet. Oh, it's email. Never mind. It's email. Sorry, guys.
Yes, that's all we have, emails and good.
Mike.
And on here, there's no address. So the address.
Guys, when you're sending your emails, make sure you put your addresses on there. That's the rules.
You just want to go in order from what you have. Just tell me the first one, and I can mark it off.
My first page is the one with Susan Tree and Threatening King.
Okay, so we have Brent Payne. Want to do that one first?
Yes.
Okay.
Brett McCain, please see attached speech for tonight's city council meeting. Good evening, Mayor Greider and City Council. My name is Brett McCain, and I reside at 1137 Trails End Road. I am writing to you all today to discuss my dismay of the actions of your mayor and her cabal. For the past several months, I've watched your city council circus. Wow, what an eye-opening experience this was, and not in a good way. I'm sure that many of the Kirby City Council meetings violate various aspects of the Texas Open Meeting Act. I was given my 5 minutes of time to speak at last month's city council meeting by Her Highness Mayor Greider. However, as I later learned, for most of my speech, the volume level was too low, and those at the meeting complained about it, only to be met with admonishment by the mayor and her cabal. At the 5 minute mark of my talk, I was cut off stating that my time was up. I asked if I could finish as I had just 2 short sentences left, so instead of allowing me to finish, which would have taken maybe 30 seconds of time, they had to stop, make a motion, and take a vote on whether I would be allowed to finish speaking. Now, how much time did that waste? Yep, that's the routine three-ring circus known as Kirby City Council meeting has become. The council's continuous violations of the Texas Open Meetings Act continues as now I am hearing that Her Highness Mayor Greider is now planning on prohibiting those individuals who live outside the city limits of Kirby from talking and addressing the Cooperman. While not being an expert in the Texas Open Meeting Act, I have read the handbook on numerous occasions and am familiar with it. To prohibit certain individuals from giving public comment at city council meetings is, to the best of my knowledge, in a violation of the Texas Open Meetings Act. 2 commissioners and a county judge walk into a bar. The judge says, "I'd sure like to get this road out front fixed." The 2 commissioners say, "That sounds like a good idea." Though it sounds like the setup to a joke, the above situation isn't funny to prosecutors familiar with the Texas Open Meeting Act, TOMA. That's because 2 county commissioners and a judge may perform. Their conversation constitutes a meeting, and now the local county attorney has a TOMA violation to deal with. Long before we could tune into basic cable to keep up with the Kardashians' every move, the legislature passed TOMA to ensure that we could keep up with our government. Adopted in 1967, the act essentially gives the public near complete access to the meeting of the governing body. The law is based on the principle that citizens have the right to be informed about and participate in their own governance. And reviewing courts conduct their analysis of TOMA issued with this principle in mind. Today, reality TV and social media have led to the expectation that we are informed about everything from a favorite celebrity's vacation to an update list of the salad that a random high school classmate had for dinner. In this world, should we really be surprised that our citizens want to know the who, what, where, when, and why their local government? On the surface, that sounds pretty simple. However, anybody with a JD can tell you that things are rarely as simple as they seem. Violations of the Open Meeting Act happen a lot, as my boss likes to say. Lots of people are afraid that someone else is getting something that they aren't. We can count on those same people to let us know the second that an agenda item is not properly posted by the local school board, and complain that no one is investigating members of the city council for having much to get it. One of the worst things about TOMA violations is that their appearance can be so unpredictable. In a rural jurisdiction like mine, we might go years without dealing with a single one, then all of a sudden our phones start blowing up with calls from helicopter moms who are out for blood after the school board did something they didn't like, or Lewis Lane like reporters hoping to knock Lex Luthor off his perch on the local city council. This article is an attempt to save prosecutors headaches and berets into TOMA to research answers to a common question. Here's a glimpse at some of the ins and outs of this important legislation. Every regular, special, or calling meeting of a government body must be open to the public. One governmental body is defined in the Texas Government Code 551002. The list contains entities like the Commissioner's Court and a school district board of trustees, like you would probably expect, but it also includes a few that you might not necessarily think of as governmental bodies, such as certain nonprofit organizations and some property owner associations. TOMA comes into play when there is a meeting of the government body. A meeting is defined as a deliberation between a quorum and a governmental body, or between a quorum of the governmental body facing with a hard burden by the recent ordinance regarding the form of regulation instituted by Mayor Greider, which seems to obstruct the very essence of freedom and expression within our beloved community. In the spirit of justice and righteousness, it is imperative to recognize that this ordinance appears to restrict the constitutional right of every individual to speak and express opinions openly. It starts as an impediment to the democratic principles we hold dear, the principles upon which our nation was founded. The foundation of a thriving democracy rests on the unintended liberty of its citizens to voice their thoughts and concerns, to engage in open discourse and debate. This ordinance, however, seems to suppress this essential liberty, hindering the expression of diverse viewpoints and impeding the free flow of dialogue. Transparency and inclusivity are vital elements in the decision-making process of any justice society. The implementation of such significant regulations without due consultation and consideration to the voice of the people raise serious questions about the integrity and fairness of the governing process. I appeal to the council to reconsider the implications of this ordinance and its compatibility with our constitutional values. It is imperative to consider its potential impact on the well-being of our community and its adherence to the principles of justice and equality for all. I implore you to consider this open forum or meeting where the voices of the people can be heard without restraint. This forum is pivotal in addressing the concerns of the community, allowing for a resolution that aligns with the collective welfare and embodies the values of democracy and equality. Your urgent attention is this matter is crucial. I implore the council to take immediate and judicious action to uphold the rights of our community and safeguard the democratic spirit that defines us. Yours in the spirit of equality and justice, Sam Adams. Dax Montana. Dax Montana, 4839 Dave Gordon, Kirby, Texas. Esteemed council members of Kirby, the air hangs heavy with the arctic stench of injustice in our beloved township. I pen these words not in defeat, but as a rallying cry for the recent decorum, bloated under the guise of maintaining order, curtails the very essence of freedom we hold dear. It reeks of an insidious ploy to stifle and the wild symphony of voices that give life to our public spaces. The decree masterminded by Mayor Greider is a slap in the face of liberty enshrined in our Constitution. It shackles the soul of open dialogue and unfettered expression by direct assault on the bedrock of democracy. The cacophony of opinions, the unbridled fervor of discourse is the pulse that beats in the heart of Kirby. Attempting to muzzle this raw energy is nothing short of betrayal to the ideals that this nation was built upon. They trampled the freedom, fought for a mockery of the very first amendment. The audacity, the sheer nerve of this decree compels us to stand resolute and unwavering. We implore the
Okay, guys, just to let you guys know, yes, that was Sheepdog wearing a wig. He was kind of making a crack at a few things, but that's all I'll say about that. Anyhow, I'm going to end my stream, so thank you all for watching. Have a good night, guys. Be safe.